Hey besties, welcome back to my channel if you are new here. My name is Yen. We are officially in December. I'm so excited. I just can't believe that 2023 is coming to an end. I'm a little bummed, but I'm excited for 2024 because I have some things planned. And I just want to say first off, thank you so much for being here and supporting my channel. This is like the first year where I have filmed book content, and it makes me so happy to share this journey with you guys, just me being here talking about books. I appreciate every one of you that are watching this video, but I wanted to do the end of the year book tag because I've never done it on my channel, and I thought it would be fun to talk a little bit more about books. I'm going to leave all the questions down below, but let's just go ahead and get started. The first question is, are there any books that you started this year that you need to finish? And I actually do. I usually am pretty good with finishing each book that I start, but recently I've been picking up different books because I just have different moods. I do have A Court of Mist and Fury. This is part of the ACOTAR series. It's only the second book. I really want to get back into this world because I think about it pretty often. I am dedicated to finishing this book. I am only on page 87, and this is like a 500, almost 600 page book. I will try to finish this soon. I don't think you guys will see it in a reading vlog anytime soon because I'm trying to film like an entire ACOTAR series reading vlog. The next book I started that I didn't plan on starting is actually Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home. This is the third book in the Magnolia Parks universe series, and I honestly think about the series every day. I didn't think it would have such an impact on me, but just the relationships in here, I feel like this is a perfect television show. It reminds me so much of Gossip Girl. The relationships in here are just toxic, but I still I'm rooting for the characters, and I just can't explain it. I really liked Daisy Hates over the first Magnolia Parks story, but this one so far, I'm not even ready for it, and I'm currently on page 220, so I'm almost like halfway through the book, but I just love how floppy these books are. The last book that I started would be The Worst Kept Secret by QB Tyler. I don't know if there's a point in me mentioning it because I'm 62% into the book and I'm reading it on Kindle Unlimited. I'm hoping to finish the book today actually, so you guys will see it in a reading wrap-up. This book is a taboo romance that is basically about best friend's dad, age gap romance. This one just sounded really interesting. I will let you guys know my thoughts on it soon, but those were all of the books that I started, and I do want to finish all of them because I just feel weird going into the new year not finishing books. But the only exception would be The Hurricane Wars because I don't feel like picking that book up right now. The second question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? And I don't really understand this question because I don't know if it's considered fall anymore because we are in winter, I guess. So I'm just going to interpret this myself. These were the books that I felt like I needed to read to give me that fall vibes and also let me know that I'm transitioning into winter and this is like the end of the year. So basically I read King of Wrath by Anna Huang. I don't think this is considered like a dark romance, but this just gave me the vibes that I needed. I just felt like this was very fall, and I do think this took place during Thanksgiving. And then I knew I had to read Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree because this one just gives you that warm, cozy feeling. It is a fantasy book. I did finish reading this one as well, and it didn't really give me the cozy fall vibes, but I'm glad that I have read it because I've seen people talk about this book like during this time of the year. So I thought that, you know, that was a must read to kind of like wrap up fall time. And then of course I had to read Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros because this was my most anticipated read for 2023. I knew that by reading this book 2023 was coming to an end. I am obsessed with the series. I do prefer Fourth Wing over this one, but regardless, I still enjoy this world. And if you guys want to see my thoughts, then go ahead and check my reading vlog above. I also read Accidentally Amy by Lynn Painter. I just had to read that one because it was about like a pumpkin spice latte, so it gave me that fall feeling, and I'm really happy that I finished reading that one as well, even though I didn't really enjoy the book. But the series that I feel like I'm about to get into that's giving me winter vibes would be the off-campus series. I'm so happy to have the new covers, and I am in love with the new covers. So hopefully you guys will see me read the series soon. I am so excited. I can't believe that I have not started the series yet, and I hear like amazing things about the series. So the third question is there a new release that you're still waiting for? I actually was waiting for Betting on You by Lynn Painter, but I have it now, and the only other book that will come before 2024 that I pre-ordered would be Never by Jessa Hastings. I think it's coming out in a few days by the time you guys are watching this video, and I'm so excited. I love her writing, and I'm so curious to know how her writing will be for that one, because I think it's going to be a fantasy. It's a Peter Pan retelling. I just can't wait because I love her writing style. And then the other book that I really want to read, but I probably won't read until next year, would be Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross, because that is the second book following Divine Rivals. You guys know Divine Rivals blew up, and I really enjoyed reading that book, especially where it left off. I just need the second book ASAP. I pre-ordered the UK edition, so that book won't arrive until January. I don't know, but I'm hoping to get it January so I can read it. Yeah, those are the only two books that I'm really excited for before 2024, but I guess technically just Never by Jessa Hastings. The next question is, what are 3 books that you want to read before the end of the year? And I already told you guys that I wanted to read the off-campus series. I also have other books that I want to read, but these 3 books that I'm about to share are on my priority list to read before 2024. So the first book that I have is Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is going to be me starting the Addicted series. I have been wanting to start the series because so many people love the series. I told myself and you guys that I was going to read this book so many times now, so I have to read it before the end of the year. And basically this one, I know there are 2 best friends. One is addicted to sex and the other is addicted to booze, and they're going to basically use each other to kind of like hide their addictions. That's basically all I know, and I shouldn't be starting a new series because I have series to finish before the end of the year, but I really want to read this one and get into the series, so I think I am going to do a reading vlog for that. And then I also have these 2 new releases. The first one is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood, because I just love this cover and it's screaming at me. This is her first YA novel and I'm so excited. This one is about chess. I know nothing about chess. I think it has the rivals to lovers. I just heard that it was a cute one. This cover won me over, so now I feel like I have to read this one. I think it's going to be an easy read because there are 344 pages, so hopefully I can read this one before the end of the year. Last but not least, I have Betting on You by Lynn Painter, and I'm so excited because I gave Better Than the Movies 5 stars. I don't know too much about this one, to be honest. I just know that I think they're co-workers or something. Yeah, they're like co-workers. I know that she came out with a novella. I think it's like something with prom, but I don't think I'm going to read that one yet. I'm just going to read this one because I'm so excited, and this Barnes edition is just so cute. I love pink. I just know that I have to finish this one before the end of the year. Moving on to the next question, is there a book that you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I already have some favorites that I don't think could be topped. It's because I recently read this in November, so I'm going to share my current favorite book of the year, and that would have to be The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. There are so many good books that I've read in 2023, but my latest I think would have to be this one. This one was just a beautiful book and I already want to reread this one. It's a romance book that I feel like you should go into blind because I did not expect some of these things and it was just very fun to read. So I love everything about this book. I was so shocked. I feel like everyone needs to read this book. I hope that I convinced you guys to read it because you definitely need to. I think about that book so often now. I think I only have 2 more that I wanted to share. These are books that I haven't finished yet. Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid could possibly shock me and become like a favorite. I don't know if it could be like my favorite book of the year, but I've heard amazing things about this book and just like how people are so obsessed with the music or like the playlist. So I hope I can get to it in December. I plan on reading this one because I feel like so many people talk about it, and this gives me winter vibes. It is pretty thick. I also want to read this one because there's a television show or like a movie, one of them, but I want to watch after reading the book. I just know that it takes place in the late 60s and it's about a girl named Daisy. She is going to join a band. I think her band takes off. I don't know. But I just feel like Taylor Jenkins Reid is so good at writing books. I still think that The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo has to be one of my all-time favorite books. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one makes it on my favorites list. But the last book that I already mentioned would be A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. That one could honestly become my favorite book of the year, but I wouldn't be surprised because I feel like so many people love the book and I've heard nothing but amazing things about that book, so I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm hoping that it will be one of my favorites as well. And then last question, have you started making reading plans for next year? And I guess I can share a little bit more about my reading goals for 2024. Sort of, like, I'm pretty good about planning out books or just like video ideas already. So I do have a little bit of a plan for next year, mainly like the beginning of next year because I don't want to stress myself out since the year is not over yet. I do have some reading goals. I know books that I want to finish in 2024, so I might make a 2024 like TBR list just so that I can share all the books that I plan on finishing next year, and you guys will see that I have a lot of books that I want to finish. But I think mainly trying to finish series in 2024, that would be like a top goal of mine, and also just to read books that I want and not force myself to read books just for videos. I also want to back off on buying books besides like new releases because I have so many amazing books on my TBR that I have not, you know, gotten to, and I just want to catch up a little bit on these books because I don't want them to kind of like be on the back burner when new books come out. I think those are my primary goals for 2024. Mainly just mood reading in 2024. But those were all of the questions for this tag. I had so much fun letting you guys know a little bit more about my books that I plan on reading before the end of the year and just, you know, my goals and stuff. So if you guys have anything you want to share, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts and some books that you plan on finishing before 2023 is over. Thank you so much, like always, for watching and supporting this channel. It means so much to me, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!